got our first panel of the day here on day 3, Midsummer Scream. We're going to see the Castle Dark panel. We love Castle Dark. We usually try to go there the last Friday of October every month, kind of our plan. It's more of a family park, so we can all take the kids there sometimes and get the niece and nephews. But we're excited to see what they have to plan for this year, so come with us for Castle Dark preview.
That you guys are introducing this year. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, there is a new chapter, and with that, a new storyline. And I'm going to introduce you to the first look of the storyteller. He is our brand new icon of the park. He has the ability to rewrite history, and this year he has completely erased the entire Castle Dark timeline, and we'll be introducing new stories as we open on September 19th.
He's a little too close. I'm kind of scared.
He will be doing photos at the photo booth with Thumperton, our new rabbit, at the photo booth right after the panel. Thank you, storyteller.
Yeah, and if you guys have not seen their booth, it's just down the hall here. They do have the Thumperton rabbit out there that is so cool. Makes noise, it's like a little animatronic, has a whole story that tells you about everything Castle Dark is bringing this year. It's really cool. I definitely recommend you guys check it out.
All right, thank you, storyteller. We'll see you in a bit.
We'll see you out there, storyteller. Coming this year. Your first maze, Containment Breach. Let's talk a little bit about that.
So, for our brand new maze, Containment Breach, is going to be a classic tale of your outbreak with zombies. But these aren't your regular zombies. These zombies have been mixed in with plants, so it's carnivorous zombies are now spread throughout the abandoned containment unit. And the fun thing about this is we're doing a brand new plan this year. The scare zone is going to be tied directly to the maze, so every 30 minutes you will hear the alarms play from the maze, and you will see the monsters actually outbreak and break from the maze into the scare zones.
I pray for everybody who's out in that line when that happens, because I'm sure that is going to be absolutely terrifying seeing a bunch of monsters just run out of the maze at you. But that also sounds so exciting. That's something completely different that I haven't really seen at any other park. So that's something that's really cool and unique that you guys are offering this year. So, second maze, we're going to move on to this is the one I'm most excited for. So, give us a little sneak peek on that.
So, who here likes ghost hunting? I'm pretty sure everyone does. Well, you're now going to be joining our paranormal investigation team at Castle Park, investigating one of the tales of Midnight Manor. For some reason, anytime the clock strikes 12 at midnight, the house comes alive. This is going to be our flashlight maze, so every group will have a flashlight, but the spirits are restless, and sometimes your flashlight might go off in the middle of the maze, leaving you stranded in the maze.
Can I add one thing to that? This maze is in complete darkness, so the flashlight is the only light you're going to have in that maze because it's a dark maze.
And then it's going to turn off, so that you will be in complete darkness.
So hopefully you make it out of the maze before the clock strikes midnight.
That's terrifying. I mean, I will say, Castle Park is already like creepy as is, with like legends that there are surrounding the park, and now ghost hunting and having a maze surrounding that is kind of crazy. You guys are just stirring up some crazy things over there. Is there a scare zone that goes along with this maze?
For this maze, there's no scare zone, but the surrounding scare zone is going to be our new scare zone called Forgotten Kingdom. Forgotten Kingdom, you get to see all the legends of the battles fought on Castle Park, and you get to see warriors, townsfolk, and just intermingle with the kingdom that was forgotten.
All right, and then our third main tales. Now this one, Thumperton's a part of, correct?
Correct. Thumperton is the one directing this maze. Well, we like to play a classic twist on your maze, classical fairy tales. So in this maze, you might be able to see Three Little Pigs, Cinderella, and some other time tales now twisted. Will you get a happy ever after? Who knows?
All right.
And I'd like to add that this maze is a brand new location in the park, and it's our largest maze, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was there the other day looking at the building of this maze, and it looked insane. It looked huge. There's a big plot there that I saw wood kind of laid out in, and I was like, this is the prime spot for a maze. It's going to be really cool there. Let's jump into a couple newer, well, is there a scare zone that goes along with this one?
This one does. This one has Endless Chapter. So the Endless Chapter is where you can find the storyteller here. The storyteller is there to decide the fates of these new chapters. You will see a whole bunch of different stories trying to compete to draw in the most fear. Whoever doesn't get the most fear gets a chapter closing for the year.
So we'll be able to see the storyteller out in that scare zone.
Correct.
Cool. Let's jump into some shows here.
Going to be Echoes from the Grave. This is going to be showing in the Big Top every night that we're open. Echoes from the Grave is your rock and pop musical review. A bunch of performers from different eras of dance are going to be taking the stage, and it's going to be a really good time, really good party.
I'm excited for that. Your shows there are always so fun because they're very high energy, lots of dancing, and it's just fun to be able to see something different than what we're offered at other theme parks. So the shows are always very fun and exciting. I definitely recommend you check them out if you are there.
Yeah, and then right after that, if you come to the Big Top, we're going to turn the Big Top into a big party. It's going to be Castle Dark After Dark. We opened it last year. This is your chance. If you're done with the mazes and shows, come on in, dance the night away with your friends, and there will be alcoholic beverages for purchase, 21 and over, of course, and wonderful food items, and a lot of our monsters will be in there partying with you. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, this was a hit last year. If you guys got the opportunity to go and see Big Top After Dark, it was incredible. There was DJ, dancing, lights, food, drinks. It was just incredible. What you guys do in that space is so fun because it feels like you're at a party. It doesn't feel like you're watching a show. It doesn't feel like you're kind of in a scare zone or a maze. You are fully like encompassed in this world in the Big Top, and it's just like one big Halloween party. It's so much fun.
Yep, so with your Castle Dark admission ticket, you do get access to the rides. If you've never been to Castle Park, there are rides. There's roller coaster, tilt-a-whirl, all kinds of your favorites. But the big one we're going to talk about is Antique Cars is going to become Haunted Highway. Haunted Highway is an actual Halloween ride overlay. And this is not just an overlay. You're going to have some of our wonderful monsters and talent inside that ride scaring you as you go through. So this is one of a kind. Most parks don't do this no more, but we're going to do it. It's a lot of fun. We tried it 2 years ago, and we brought it back by popular demand. Everyone was asking where it's at. So now it's back, and it's to be scarier than ever.
I was gonna say, you guys listened to the fans for sure, because this was something that was like very highly rated. This was something that people just loved, myself included. And when you did it for the first time, I was like, this is so different. This is so cool. There's monsters scaring. Like, the decorations were beautiful. There were lights everywhere. And then we didn't see it last year. And I was like, what happened? And so now that it's coming back and it's bigger and better, I'm excited again. This is really cool.
Yeah, we're really excited to bring this one back. And right now, it's actually available for a sneak preview in our Summer Frights event right now going on at the park. So you go to the park on Friday, Saturday, Sundays, you can actually see the decor up already. There are no monsters yet, not until Castle Dark, but you can see that and get a sneak preview of After Dark as well.
And with Summer Frights, we also have a preview center where you can see some hints to the mazes, and we also have Summerton in there directing more and telling you more about these mazes.
Yeah, if you can make it out there during one of the weekends before Castle Dark starts when they're doing this preview, I recommend it, because they have setups of each maze that you can like kind of see little hints of what they're doing this year. And you can take a ride on the Antique Cars Haunted Highway and see what it's gonna look like kind of during Castle Dark. I mean, you're gonna get added scares at Castle Dark, but it's still really cool to see it like in the daytime with all the decoration and really get to take in that detail.
And Summer Frights will be running till September 1st.
Now I think included in all of this amazing entertainment and attractions, you guys have new foods as well.
Popular tasting card. The tasting card is available for purchase online, with tickets as well are available online. You can go around the park, get scared, punch out one of these cool items that you can get, and let me just tell you, some of the dessert items there are tasty.
I was gonna say, I was looking at the website, there was like bloody intestines, there's like a bloody brain funnel cake. I was like, this all sounds so interesting. I'm a little afraid to try, but everything I've had is really delicious, so I'm sure it's gonna be just as good. And the tasting card includes 8 samples, correct? And it's $32?
That's correct.
Awesome. And alcohol is included on that tasting card, yes?
I believe so, yes.
Which is a plus, so you can get your drinks and your food at the same time. It's totally worth it. Also, daytime offerings. You guys have some daytime
Yeah, so
offerings?
we do have our daily day at an event. It'll be running on Saturdays and Sundays during Castle Dark nights. It does feature trick-or-treat performances happening throughout the park and some characters and lots of decor. So if your little ones are not brave enough to go to Castle Dark, they can definitely come in the daytime and play. And if you decide you want to do both, there are combo tickets available as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm looking here. You got Duke's dance party. You got a Halloween fashion show. That's also exciting.
Yeah,
a lot of stuff for the day.
Yeah, and the big top will close out at the end of the night with Duke's Halloween party, and your kids and even adults do it can participate in the fashion show, show off your best Halloween costume.
I better see you all at the fashion show because I want to see what you guys bring to the table. Well, Castle Dark runs September 19th through November 1st. Tickets are on sale now online.
Yes, they are.
And they start as low as $29.99, which is an amazing deal.
Yeah.
You can get them all available online. I think you even have a front of the line option as well.
We do have a front of the line option that will get you access to one front of the line for each maze that night. So pretty much Castle Dark, we started with Morgana. We brought back Morgana, who was the evil sorceress, and she was kind of taking over the park. She defeated Merlin, and then Lord Amethyst and Allura became king and queen and defeated her. And at the end of last year, we had a zombie outbreak take over the park. But this whole time, the storyteller has been in the dungeon trying to go through spellbooks, and he found Morgana's spellbook. And now he has completely erased everyone from the timeline, and he's going to create a new storyline. So every year, each maze will be a new book that he will be writing. And if you attend the park at 7 o'clock every night that we open Castle Dark, there is the opening ceremony, and that will showcase how this all happened, and the storyteller will introduce you to the new story. And at most parks this does not happen, but at our park, every single year, we have a closing ceremony on the last night, and you get to see a preview of what's going to happen the next year. And that's become one of our more popular events now, the closing ceremony.
Wow. I didn't even know about that. That's so cool. The opening ceremony is always fun too, because that's the moment where you're introduced to all of the monsters from each one of the scare zones. You even get some of the maze monsters out there. And it's always exciting to see, what's running at you on the streets. Like what you're about to encounter further into the park, like right when you walk in. And I heard from a little birdie that there might be more chainsaws this year. Is that a thing?
That's correct. There's going to be a lot more chainsaws in the park this year. So, yeah.
I'm already nervous. That's exciting. Chainsaws are always very scary.
Indeed. And then also, I highly recommend you do get there early, because if, you want to be there. We open at 6 o'clock for you to enter. You have that hour to get that tasting card, get some dinner in, and then see the openings, show, and you get to go first on all these mazes. I highly recommend Fairy Tales is going to be our longest line in the park this year for sure. So go to Fairy Tales first.
Fairy Tales first.
Yeah, even on Sundays. So we will be open 7 to midnight every single night.
You'll be able to party in the big top all night long. Anything you want to add, Colton?
I do want to add for mazes, if you are fans of pre-shows in your mazes to really get immersed into your storylines, a lot of our mazes this year, especially Fairy Tales and Midnight Manor, will have pre-shows to immerse you into the story before you actually enter the mazes.
Which is very cool, because it gives you a little bit about, the story before you even get to walk in there. And I think you guys did that last year. And getting to walk into, if you went last year, you got to walk in. What was the maze name?
It was Seance last year.
Seance.
We had a full-on pre-show with a Ouija board,
Yeah.
and that would immerse you into the realm of the Seance forest.
It was very cool being immersed in that. It was kind of like a little show that happened before you actually got to walk through the maze, and it was cool just seeing that happen and getting to see details of things that you normally don't get to see. When you're going through these mazes, you're so scared, you're running through them basically, not even looking at detail. Yeah, sure, it looks great, let's keep going. But having those moments of show at the beginning really has you stop and immerse yourself in that world, and you get to read the little details of what's going on here. You get to interact with the characters that are this is from, an ancient relic of whatever. And so now you're not only walking through the mazes, you're now fully immersed in them. And that's something you guys do really well at Castle Dark.
Yeah, by doing these pre-shows, there is a reason behind it, because it ensures that you do not catch up to the party in front of you. So you're always alone. So it's just a party of 2. You're on your own in these mazes.
Which I've noticed that. Can't say this, and I think we had somebody visit the booth, is that all your mazes are wheelchair accessible too.
Every single maze was designed by Colton to be wheelchair accessible.
Yeah, we strive to make sure everyone can get there.
which is great. I know there are some haunts that, you know, they have certain mazes that, yeah, you can go through that one, but that one has stairs, so you can't do that one. And I think it's really cool that you have that open for everybody, regardless.
Yeah, and there's a reason behind that, because when my mom was around, she was in a wheelchair, so she was born on Halloween, and we'd always go. I was forced to go to haunts. I'm terrified. Still terrified to this day. But
now you get too terrified.
Yeah, there was too many haunts that we go to, and she could not go through, and it's like heartbreaking when you can't. I was like, man, I can't take her through this maze. So we wanted all of our mazes. When I started, it's like we need to make sure that a wheelchair can go through every maze, and we've done that so far.
And it's very cool because it's not only just, yeah, the wheelchair can, you know, go around certain things. You've designed portions of your mazes to be included for wheelchair. Like there's a bridge scene where you're walking over a bridge and a wheelchair can actually go over that bridge with you.
Yeah, that was my favorite scene last year, a seance. It had a full-on bridge where you could enter, but wheelchairs also get to feel the texture of feeling the rockiness of the bridge.
Which is very cool, very inclusive. That's something that a lot of haunts can't say they do. So I give it all to you guys because that's great designing. Any last minute things you want to add before we kind of wrap things up here?
I do want to say we're coming up next year to our 50th anniversary at Castle Park. So I think it's going to be a big celebration next year. So I highly recommend looking into our season annual passes because that's going to be a big deal to have. And some of them do include access to Castle Dark next year. So please make sure you look on our website and look for details coming on the 50th next year.
Perfect, cool. Colton, you have any last things?
Last things, if you want to visit our booth, we do have Summerton if you want to take pictures with him. He's an adorable little rabbit. But if you want more information, he also loves telling the stories about the mazes.
And he will tell them all day. He will tell them all day. And it's pretty loud.
I will say, a lot of people ask about ghost hunting at Castle Park. We have got real ghost hunting equipment that Colton has got for us in these mazes, and we've let them on in certain rooms, and stuff is starting to activate. And we had experiences last year in Seance, and we're definitely seeing some things trigger. So when you're going to the maze, I highly encourage you to look around that first room in Midnight Manor for actual ghost hunting equipment, because that is not programmed or part of the show. That is just there for display, and it's going off. So it's kind of interesting.
So keep that in mind when your flashlight goes out in the middle of the maze, that there's a ghost behind you. Just keep that in mind as you're walking through the pitch black. Well, thank you guys. If you have any questions for these two, they're going to be down at their booth, along with the storyteller. The storyteller will be there for a little while if you want photo ops with the storyteller. He will not be there all day, so if you do want them, I would go right after this panel and check them out, and they'll answer any questions you guys have. Again, Castle Dark runs select night September 19th through November 1st. Get your tickets now. They are available, and I hope we see you all there. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
We just got out of the Castle Dark panel. It was amazing. We are so excited. Like I said, when we went in, we love Castle Dark. Even though they're a small park, they try to get really immersive. So their mazes this year sound great, especially the haunted one. And we love the car ride, so definitely going on that. So check out Castle Dark. Thank you for coming with us. Thrill Children Good Meals. You will see us at Castle Dark the last Friday of October. That's when we plan to be there. So cannot wait. Thank you very much. Have a great night.